How we doing? Jay here, expedition leader and medic for Echoes of the Okavango. I just want to spend a few minutes just quickly talking through the medical kits that we're bringing with us on this expedition. There's quite a lot, but to make sure everyone is safe and well, I thought I'd just run through everything that we've got from the individual level all the way up to our team primary care and emergency kits. Start off nice and easy. For our individual first aid kits, every single person is carrying this on the water with them, is the Lifesystems mini waterproof first aid kit. The reason why I chose these is because they're nice and lightweight, obviously waterproof, super strong, and they've got all of the bits you need in day to day, bandages, plasters, antiseptic wipes, tweezers, your assortment of dressings, everything you sort of need day to day. And then what I've done on top of those is added in a SWAT tourniquet and some sea-locks, as well as some paracetamol, ibuprofen, and people are able to add their own medications to them, things that they might take quite regularly, lozenges, Diurolite, those sort of things that they can pop in here. So that's what every single person's carrying. I'm carrying one for myself, and I've just added in some extra diagnostics bits, so pulse ox, an MPA, and just a few other little bits, some more trauma stuff, a chest seal, and pieces like that. But we're all carrying this as our primary first aid kit physically on us. Moving up in my kayak, I'm carrying the Mountain Leader Pro kit from Lifesystems. It's a really good, small, really lightweight, but comprehensive medical kit. Fits right in the back of my kayak nice and easily, adds barely any weight. And it just means that if I come across something, or the team have any issues where our support boat with our main kits aren't there, this can deal with 90% of the things we're there. I say we've dealt with dislocated shoulders, general injuries, wound care, everything from that in this kit. And the thing that I found probably the most impressed about the kit is whilst it's got pretty much everything you could need, 99% of the stuff you could need for general primary care is in this kit, even down to some of the more surgical kits, sutures, wound closure strips, is in this kit. But I think the thing that for me that's really standing out about it is how well laid out it is. Clearly some people with some medical experience and knowledge in remote areas have put this together. It's really great. You can pull it out, roll it out. It's really easy to find every single item in a minute. You can see inside all of the pouches. It's even got, my favourite pieces is a sterile mat that you can roll out around here. It's dusty and dirty, it's not sterile at all, but you can roll out this mat and you can at least catch back a little bit of cleanliness. So massive fan of this kit. I say this has been probably got pulled out most of the time. Moving on, we've got my primary care kit. This is just a pelly case that I've used. It's a little bit larger than I normally would have liked and not quite as well organised, but unfortunately due to having to try and get in the country with all the kit and how much the things we're about to bring, I had to sort of jerry rig this together a little bit. And this has got pretty much everything we need for general primary care. It's anything that's not really an emergency. So starting off with our nice and simple little diagnostics kit. Everything needs stethoscope, BP, glucose, we've got an arc light for checking eyes, ears, another pulse ox, and your general obs kit in here. Then got just a couple emergency meds just in case we're away from the main emergency kit. So this has got some adrenaline, some salbutamol in it. I think that's pretty much everything in this one, as well as just a couple of needles to get straight access nice and easily. Somewhat separate, is a little bit deeper to the diagnostics kit, is we've got the CardioSecure 12 lead ECG, but it's actually a 4 lead but gives you a 12 lead reading, and it just literally plugs into your iPhone, and you can get a fantastic 12 lead. You can perfectly assess it as you are, or you can send it off to telemedicine. Not had to use this yet, but it is a fantastic bit of kit. I've then got just a nice and easy sterile kit full of all sorts of IM needles, cannulas, syringes, wound wipes. So everything really nice and simple. On top of that, we've got our main medications behind, and this is everything from antibiotics, anti-malarial prophylaxis, antiemetics, anti-diarrheal, gastro, pretty much anything that we might come across whilst working out of here. Most of them unfortunately are still in their boxes, which isn't ideal, but that's what we've got. We've got some things like chloramphenemine for any severe allergic reactions to any wildlife, ointments for eyes, ears, I say all sorts sorts of pieces to deal with pretty much anything we come across. Probably the thing I've been using the most is just my over-the-counter bag. This has got everything that you need generally day-to-day: paracetamol, ibuprofen, aspirin, antihistamines, down to Gaviscon, those sort of things that people need to hand nice and quickly that don't fit in my smaller little kit. Then on top of that, we've got some nice and easy little pouches. I've got a dental pouch that's just got some tools, some equipments to clean a broken tooth. Got a little storage case for if somebody loses a tooth. We can do some emergency temporary fillings, even some bits for some tooth extractions and pieces. And what I've just done is put some instructions in the back, so if I ever forget I need something, it's in the back just there. Got an absolute load of diorite as we're in quite a we're in a very hot climate. We've been doing some hot days. It's quite difficult to drink for some of the guys on the water, so plenty of diorite to go around. A nice and easy kit with swabs. This has got things like tongue depressors, Q-tips. It's got even some small little nail file and nail scissors, and just your sort of little pieces, your accessories that you may need. Got a load of antifungal creams, even some extra bits like anti-sand hydrocortisone cream, all those pieces for a complete range of different skin infections and fungal issues. Moving on, we've got an absolute ton of blister plasters. We expect to deal with quite a lot of those on these, and actually, touch wood, everyone has done quite well so far, but we've got plenty of them. We've got plenty of things like Germaline, antiseptics, plenty of antiseptic wipes, more electrolytes to use, again very important, eye drops, and then saline pods for cleaning out wounds, but also washing out eyes with dust. Not actually had too much of an issue with that. Stethoscope sitting loose, which is nice and easy. Some little pieces that you might not think about, like Dactarin spray, if people have got some issues with their feet at all. Saline spray, wound cleaning spray. One of the things I think we've used probably the most on this entire trip, Sudocrem. Really important bit of kit that comes out at least 2 or 3 times a day, so fantastic bit of kit. We've then got an assortment of dressings, everything from emergency dressings down to your smaller eye patches, eye pads, ambulance dressings. Plenty of splint equipment. We've got several sizes of SAM splint, including some small finger splints, just in case we have any breaks or any injuries to deal with. Triangular bandages. I always swear that we never need as many as you do, and then we've had a dislocation on this job and we've had to use quite a few, so it's just as well I packed well. And then loads of different pieces from assorted sizes of gauze, everything from, I think we've got 10 by 10 all the way down to like 2.5 by 2.5, cleaning wipes, adhesive bandages, an assortment of tapes, plenty of little bits. This has basically got everything you might need sort of in a day-to-day emergency. At the top here you can see I've basically duct taped on a few extra pouches, including a load of dressings. These are adhesive dressings, I say everything from about 10 by 15 to down to tiny little pieces, and some NextCare waterproof plasters, which I absolutely love. They can stick on anything. We've got a whole pack of analgesia, which has got everything from paracetamol, ibuprofen, up to tramadol, naproxen, and pretty much everything in between. Lidocaine we've got a little bit of, when you do any sort of local anaesthetic dealing with. We've also got a general wound care pack that's got toothbrush for scrubbing. We've got plenty of glue, liquid band glue, steri strips, and general wound cleaning kit in there, as well as a few sutures, but bad day if we're using those. Then at the bottom here, the final little piece is our test kits. This is everything from malaria tests, dengue fever, a few pregnancy tests, and basically anything that we can do to sort of diagnose any ongoing medical pieces in the field. Let's try and get this shut for now so we can get it out of the way. There it is. Whack this back here. We then move on to our main emergency kit here. This is just an old Bergen of mine that's travelled around the world with me. It's fantastic because it holds the kit really well, but also you can chuck it on your back and you can ruck for quite a long time. In the front we have all of our general sort of cat bleed and our dressings. We've got 2 cat tourniquets, more in the other kits as you've seen, plenty of Celox, hemostatic agents, Israeli trauma bandages, we've got plenty of chest seals, more general trauma bandages, general dressings, some cohesive bandages here, obviously gloves ready to go, and some shears. Then got in the front just a few extra diagnostic bits, so another Steph, another BP cuff, another pulse ox, BM kit, and similar, just so you've got them across the 2 places. And then we've got some emergency meds just in the front here, nice and easy to grab. So we've got some Penthrox, some more adrenaline, got some salbutamol and some GTN spray just sat right in the front in case we need them nice and quickly. We've also got in the front just a load of Inco pads, which have been fantastic for general spills, any prolonged field care environments, where we can get those out and deal with somebody when we're dealing with a casualty for a prolonged evacuation, which could potentially be on the cards in a place like this. The other piece that I learned from Remote Air Risk International was we've got a fridge probe thermometer, which is great for checking in somebody's armpit and leaving that with them for a little while, so I've got to keep on checking people's temperature. They might not be the most accurate, but they're really good at giving you a trend. So we've got like that. In the main bulk of the bag, we've got the most important thing is our AED. This is the Heart Sign Samaritan semi-automatic AED. The reason why I decided to take this with us is that at points in this expedition we can be about 30 minutes away from our nearest hospital by air ambulance. So it's sort of close enough that I thought it would be sensible to bring it with us. There are points when we're very far away, so maybe not quite as useful, but generally I know at most expeditions it's a bit of a conversation of whether to bring them, whether to not. I decided to on this one. Then got the ultra handy Oxford Handbook for Expedition and Wilderness Medicine. This has been a fantastic reference guide if I don't know how to deal with an incident. If I'm not quite sure, I want to double check something, I can just quickly flick through this. I've used this quite a lot, I'll be honest. And anyone that says they don't is lying. Really good bit of kit. In the back here we've got our main stretcher for the team. This is the Extract SR, really good stretcher, really lightweight, vacuum packed in this little sealed bag, and it just means the whole team are trained on how to use it. We can chuck people in it really nice and easily, carry them, get them into a proper scoop, into a proper basket stretcher if we need to, but otherwise it works really nice and well. Got some more splints in the back here, just helpful to have splinting everywhere. A burns kit in the back here with some burns gel, some burns dressings and a bottle shower. Again, luckily we haven't had to use that yet, but I'm very much aware we're cooking around fires, we're using fires, there's a few gas propane tanks around, so just being ultra careful about that. We've also got some clean film just tucked down the side, again for dealing with any burns. Moving on, this is a bit of a higgledy-piggledy pouch here, but we've got some suction pieces to put together in case we need that. We've got a pelvic splint in case we get any big injuries, any traumatic injuries to the pelvis. And we've also got a micro BVM, a really good bit of kit here. Bag valve mask, but fits down right into a tiny little packet like this. And it's great, you can even chuck it in your pocket. Why you do that, I'm not quite sure, but you could if you wanted to. We've then got a Prometheus traction splint, again for any big trauma, any long bone injuries. You can quickly whack this on the legs. Something you could improvise, but we've got space for it, we've got a support boat. I'm bringing it with me every day of the week. And then moving on to the main front of the pack, this is our sort of more airway section. So in the top here we've got all of our airway adjuncts. So we've got a couple extra suction pieces, we've got all of our OPAs here, and then MPAs tucked in bits here, plenty of lube to go around. We've also got an ARS needle tucked in just in case that need ever arises, but everything's in here, really easy, nice to go. And finally, at the very bottom, but not least at all, is we've got a couple of eye gels. We've got size 4 and a size 5 tucked in here, along with viral filter and catheter mount. Again, deal with any major hemorrhage, any major incident, any one that in case we're doing a proper evac and it's a bad day if we're cracking these out. And that is pretty much everything that is coming with us. It's a lot of kit. We're very lucky that we've got a really good support boat and we've got a good support team here, so I am able to bring more kit than one might usually do. Between us all, I know there's a hell of a lot of kit, but We like to be packed up, ready to go. It's a team of 10 of us for 2 weeks. There's no restocking possible, particularly. Evacuation, I say, can range from anything from half an hour in some points to being 18 hours up to. We're in some of the most remote places in Botswana and in Africa, so really want to be prepared for any major incident, any general unwellness and any prolonged field care situation, which I think we've covered fairly well. That's it, that's what we're carrying. So hopefully this has been really interesting to you, been informative, and if you are planning your own expedition, might provide a bit of an idea of what you might need to bring with you. If you've got any feedback, what I should have added, maybe what I didn't need, or you've got any questions, feel free to get in touch, let me know. I say everyone packs a different kit. It's always interesting to see what is in other people's stuff. But yeah, make sure though, if you're taking stuff with you, you are trained and competent in how to use it. That's the most important thing. We don't want people using kit that you're not fully trained and competent in using, because that could be a hell of a lot more dangerous than before. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and hopefully that was useful. Oh, mosquitoes everywhere, eh?